Let's get ready for your workout. We're gonna start our warm-up off today. Majority of this will be on the ground, so if you wanna get somewhere comfortable or get a yoga mat out, this is the time to do so. We're gonna start things off right away. Let's get you prepped for your workout. We're gonna be starting in our plank position. You guys know how much I love plank already. As we work through this, we're looking to keep a straight line from our shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Just take a peek at your own shoulder, elbow, and wrist to make sure they're in line. If they're too far back, we move them up. If it's too far forward, we'll move it back. Chances are it's probably not too far forward. That's a pretty uncomfortable position. Taking some deep breaths here. Now, how we can remain active, let's squeeze those glutes, squeeze the kneecap, bringing the belly button back into the spine. A plank is a very active movement. If you're not feeling this all over the place, start that engagement process right now. Taking a few breaths. 2 more. Last one. We're gonna send our hips up into our downward facing dog. Let's go for a few pedals of our feet back and forth. As I've mentioned in previous warm-ups, I am not a yogi by any means, but I have enough background that I can use it to get us a really good warm-up. I really do appreciate the yoga aspect and that yoga style warm-up here. So we're gonna return back into our plank position. Again, 2 deep breaths. Chest comes halfway to the ground. We'll flip our toes, press our chest up. You should feel a good stretch along the front side of the body, and then we'll send our hips up into that downward facing dog. Again, a few pedals of our feet back and forth. From the side here, our 3-legged downward dog means our right leg goes up. We'll be stepping that to the outside of your right hand. So as we get set up for this position, my hand and my foot are in line, and we can bring that back knee down to the ground. We're going to take a few hip circles with the right leg, drawing a big circle around your ankle with your knee. We'll take the hip circles in the opposite direction. That always feels a good stretch for me. Stepping back into high plank, chest comes halfway down to the ground. Again, just holding here for a quick second. We can drop to our knees if we have to. Turning that up into our upward facing dog and going downward facing dog, few pedals back and forth. This time our left leg goes way up into the air. Stepping the left leg to the outside of the left hand this time. Again, noticing that my hand and my foot are directly in line. For some of you, you may need to step that foot up next to the hand instead. Bring that up just a little bit further. We'll start into a few of our hip circles. And drawing those same circles in the opposite direction. Be returning back to plank, a lot of plank work today. Starting some slow mountain climbers, just bringing the knees up towards our chest. Nothing fast about this. Now, instead of bringing it to our chest, we're gonna bring it opposite side of the body. So right knee, trying to get it over to your left hand or left elbow. Same thing on the other side. Now I can't get it all the way there, but that's my target spot. That's where I'm aiming. Taking 3, 2, 1, we can drop down to our knees, getting into that child's pose. So as always, sitting back on your heels, we'll let our hands out as far as you can, feeling a good stretch along the side of your body, maybe even underneath your armpits as well. If you feel comfortable on the mat you're on, you can even rest your head on the mat, taking some of those deep breaths. Walk your hands over to the right side. That's gonna really help extend the stretch down the left side of your body. You can even think about kicking that left hip or pressing that left hip out. Ooh, that feels like a good stretch for me, big time. Taking those deep breaths. While you're there, breathing into the stretches and walking hands over to the other side. Now pretending to kick that right hip out, or pressing the right hip out. Again, taking those deep breaths as we're breathing into these stretches. As you come back to the middle, we'll be taking our plank position again. This time as we take rotations between plank and downward facing dog, our goal will be more of a shoulder stretch. So let's put a slight bend in our knees, press our chest back, and my goal is to get my ears past my elbows, returning back into plank. is a great way to get some movement through our shoulders. I know I'm super tight in my shoulders. Most of us spend a lot of time through the day sitting, driving. We're opening everything up right now. Now, stepping your right foot to the outside of your right hand, let's keep that back knee up off of the ground. We're going to be stepping back and forth. This is our groiner. Again, we're keeping the back knee up off of the ground if possible. Taking some nice slow steps from side to side. Let's take 2 more per side. It's 4 more total. That's quick math. I hope you liked it. Ah, there's my joke for the day. 1 more. And last one. I'm going to let one knee drop down to the ground. It doesn't even matter which one because we're going to be getting both sides. We'll even this out. So with one knee on the ground, opposite knee is going to be up into our lunge position. We're taking both hands up overhead and send the hips forward, feeling a good stretch on the back leg. So we're looking the front side of the back leg, if that makes sense. You even take a mini back bend or a slight back bend here. We'll feel that stretch intensify even a bit more. Think about going side to side, feeling that as well. And we'll switch sides, doing the same thing on the other side. Sending hips forward, hands come up. Taking a little bit of that back bend or a little bit of the side to side. Again, with all these stretches, whatever feels good for you is great. So if this stretch is not doing anything for you and you'd prefer to get a shoulder stretch in right now, do it. These warm-ups are meant to make sure that your body is ready for the workout that's ahead of you. And any movement that feels good for you is going to be definitely good by me. You enjoy your workout to come. As always, stay consistent. If you're doing the right things, results always follow. Don't ever forget that. I say it at the end of each one of my videos, but it is so true. If you're doing the right stuff, your results will come. Be patient, stick to it. It's all there. Enjoy your workout today.